You're watching 7 National News. In our top story, the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees has conveyed its gratitude and appreciation for the continued support made by Her Highness Sheikha Jawaher bint Mohammed bin Sultan Al Qasimi, wife of the ruler of Sharjah, chairperson of the Supreme Council for Family Affairs and UNHCR eminent advocate. Her Highness has responded to an immediate appeal made by Syrian refugee children in Jordan through a generous donation of $200,000 to provide life-saving assistance to Syrian children and their families. This initiative comes as UNHCR announces that the total number of Syrian refugee children has reached 1 million in a joint issued statement by UNHCR and UNICEF last Friday. The statement highlights the need to provide urgent assistance that would contribute to the return of Syrian refugee children to school and to improve their living conditions. UNHCR representatives are hopeful that others throughout the region will join Her Highness's efforts in sending a message of solidarity to Syrian refugees.
UNHCR tries to find different ways for fundraising because we are in front of several emergency situations in different parts of the world. The main donors for UNHCR are governments, but we cannot depend mainly on governments. So the private sector is an important method of fundraising. Last May, UNHCR appointed Her Highness Sheikha Jawaher as an eminent advocate, and this is an important assignment, an important milestone for UNHCR in building the relationship with the private sector people. So Her Highness Sheikha Jawaher been to the field meeting with Syrian refugee children, and she donated 1 million for the education of the Syrian refugees right away. And after that, she launched the Big Heart campaign to fundraise supporting Syrian refugee children, and we are very sure that this campaign will help in portraying the smile on children's faces. So in the Eid time, Her Highness donated 1.8 million as idea to Syrian refugees in Jordan, and this actually targeted 120,000 families. So it was a very nice shock, let's say, for those families to receive a text message on just one day before Eid saying that Her Highness Sheikha Jawaher donated $150 for your family.
The Abu Dhabi Corniche beach receives about 1 million visitors each year, and due to this, Abu Dhabi City Municipality has launched a tender for the private sector to be a part of the area's transformation. According to local reports, the project titled W10 F&B Plaza will include an underground parking structure that can accommodate up to 800 vehicles, which will be set up in addition to an above-ground green area containing food and beverage outlets. A pedestrian underpass will also provide access to the beach. The total development will take up 16,000 square metres, and the project is set to be completed in 2015. The aim of the project, according to representatives at the Abu Dhabi City Municipality, is to increase the range and quality of public facilities and activities along the Corniche beachfront, all of which are supporting the Abu Dhabi 2030 vision. Nearly 870 million people were suffering from chronic undernourishment between 2010 and 2012, according to the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization. While 33% of the world's population is starving, experts say there is enough food produced to feed over 7 billion people. High food consumption and wastage practices, however, are a huge part of the problem. Save Wasted Food to Have Zero Hunger was the highlight of discussion at the community lecture conducted by the EEG on Tuesday night. It is in keeping with the theme of this year's World Environment Day, Think, Eat, Save. Habiba Al-Marashi, chairperson of EEG, said food loss and waste is a complex problem, with losses occurring throughout the food chain from farm to fork. It also adds pressure on food security in the region and the globe, as well as contributes to climate change.
One of the messages that we wanted to send across the issue of you see always youth in our lectures and presentations. This is important for us as well, because these are the targeted group. They are involved in now, but people think they are young and they should not be involved. We believe that, you start them young, really train them to be the right advocates, ambassadors, implementers, preachers of the right attitude and the right behavior and the right way of consumption. And since they are going to be the future generation, it's going to affect them directly. So they have to be part of the solution from today.
In the UAE, food makes up 33 to 38% of domestic waste during regular days, according to the Dubai's municipality's waste management department. This number goes up to 55% during festive seasons such as Ramadan. Worldwide, about 1.3 billion tons of food products end up as waste. Moaz Al-Shohdi, co-founder and CEO of the Egyptian Food Bank, said it is possible to eliminate world hunger through cooperation between the public and private sector. He showed how their organisation effectively reduced wasted food, which benefited millions of hungry people, as well as provided jobs through their food banking model.
Our food bank model is not only to distribute food or feed the needy. Our model is to eliminate hungers. That's why we set the main pillars to make this happen. Feed the needy unable to work, develop the needy able to work, awareness campaigns not to waste food, and use our volunteers to help achieve this. Some rules and regulations, as we said, we have to change. When they see the policy, how it is prepared professionally, and it saves their reputation, they will implement it. And that's why the Hilton Worldwide will implement the program in all their properties worldwide.
Gas shortage in the GCC will become more pronounced by 2015 as demand stays strong and supply struggles to keep pace, according to a recent report published by global consultancy firm Booz & Company. The report, titled Gas Shortage in the GCC, How to Bridge the Gap, suggests that increasing power consumption, depleting oil fields, gas exploration and long-term gas export commitments have limited the local supply of gas in the region. The report further added that GCC countries can address the supply-demand imbalance by raising local gas prices gradually, improving energy efficiency and investing in alternative methods to overcome the shortage. On the 23rd of September, the second Power and Water Leaders Forum will take place at the Abu Dhabi National Exhibition Centre, and experts are set to use this platform to discuss sustainable best practices and solutions across two of the region's growing sectors. And MasterCard has revealed the results of the latest MasterCard Index of Consumer Confidence survey, which indicates that consumer sentiment in the UAE is at its highest ever, with a score of 94.7. Consumers in the UAE are extremely optimistic about all 5 indicators measured in the index. When compared to previous editions of the survey released 6 months ago, consumers are more optimistic about the economy, employment, regular income and the stock market. Consumers also remain very optimistic about quality of life, despite a slight decrease in its score when compared to the previous edition of the index. Meanwhile, the latest findings indicate that female respondents are more optimistic than male respondents about the coming months, and that consumers over the age of 30 are more optimistic than younger respondents. The MasterCard Consumer Confidence Index is based on a survey conducted between April and May this year on just over 12,000 respondents in 27 countries. Finally this evening, the Box Appeal, the Middle East annual charity campaign, which aims to help those in need through giving of essential everyday items, will return for its 6th consecutive year, launching on the 1st of September and running until the 31st of October. Creators of the Box Appeal, Radisson Blu and Park Inn by Radisson Hotels, are setting their sights on beating last year's total donation figure through the introduction of new countries to the campaign. The Box Appeal will now include Jordan and Lebanon, which join the UAE, Egypt, Bahrain, Qatar and Oman. Taking part is easy. Participants can pick up a box free of charge from any participating Radisson hotel and return it filled with the predetermined selection of household items. The hotels in each region will then distribute the boxes, working in conjunction with locally based charities to those in need of support. For a full list of locations of where you can pick up boxes or for any further information, you can visit the charity's official Facebook page.